Live. Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, since I am going live on a series of platforms that I'm not used to going live on, my name is Myrna Lane Hippolyte, and I am a wealth coach. I essentially help powerhouse women executives turn their amazing income into their first $1 million in net worth, even if they're new to investing in the stock market or are not financial professionals. So I really believe that managing your money is a form of self-care. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Tonight, we're starting and kicking off our summer investing series. Hello, Christine. I can see that you posted on there. Thank you for joining me. We are going to kick off our summer investing series tonight, and we're going to do this every other week through the month of August, where we're going to talk a little bit about some investing trends, what you need to be looking at. We're going to talk a little bit about the stock market. It's something that I'm very passionate about. So right now, we're essentially in what I call at least one of the indices or are actually up by 20%. So we're in a bull market. So what does that mean? That means that if you're not investing, if you were afraid, you saw the trends from last year and you were not investing, you have to go ahead and start to invest, because now is a good time to actually put your money in the stock market. It's going up. We're going in a bull market, and on average, bull markets do last a few months. So you want to take advantage of that and put some money there. So it doesn't really matter how much money you have, as I've always been a proponent of. No matter what you have, you can start to invest. You don't have to wait till you get out of debt to invest. You don't have to wait till you have $1,000 to invest. Whatever you have, you should go ahead and figure out what you can do to invest in the stock market, because now is actually a good time. Well, first, before I go into my tips, I want to preface that I am not by any means an investment advisor. I'm not providing investment advice. So if you are making your own decisions, you need to make your own financial and investment decisions. I'm not an investment advisor. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about tonight. I want to talk about trend spotting and how important that is when you're looking at investments, when you want to choose different investments. It's important to kind of look at trend. So it's been a very hot summer. I know, oh my gosh, I live in Florida. It's been a hot summer, but we're trying to cool down, and I want to keep your mind hot on investing. Right now, the market is hot. It's hot as the temperature outside. So you've got to be able to capitalize on that and invest no matter what you have. If you want to start small, start small. If you're a more seasoned investor, you'll put a little bit more money in, but now's kind of the time. We are in the bull market. So the piece of advice that I want to give tonight has to do more with trend spotting and really looking at trend spotting and looking at trends and what's happening in the overall market or what's happening around you in order to make decisions when it comes to investing. So let's say, for example, you have emerging sector trends. You want to look at emerging sectors, what's happening. So let's take a look at, for example, AI, artificial intelligence. There's a lot going on around AI. People are thinking, hey, I'm going to lose my job, or things are going to be a lot more automated, but there are a lot of benefits to AI as well. So as you see this happening, what exactly are you doing to capitalize on it, right? So you want to take a look at stocks that may have a presence when it comes to artificial intelligence, right? So, for example, you have platforms for artificial intelligence. So, NVIDIA, and the ticker symbol on the stock market is NVDA, has done very well. That stock price has doubled in the last few months, all due to, or primarily due to, trends in artificial intelligence. There are other artificial intelligence stocks that you can look into. One of the ones, or the exchange traded funds that I like when it comes to artificial intelligence, it's a good little mix of stocks that invest in artificial intelligence, or companies that have artificial intelligence that are benefiting from that, and that ticker symbol is AIQ. And that's an exchange traded fund. So it gives you more exposure and diversity. You're not just investing in one specific company, but you can invest and benefit from the AI trend and buzz by looking at an exchange traded fund called AIQ. So outside of NVIDIA, that's a company that's been doing very well. You also have AIQ, which is the exchange traded fund, which gives you a variety of companies investing in AI. Another company not to sleep on is Microsoft. So Microsoft is really capitalizing on AI in a way that other companies may not be. So Microsoft may be a company that you want to look at. And when you're looking at companies, you want to look at companies that are established, companies that you feel are going to stay, are going to be around for a while. Those are the types of things that you look for when you're looking for specific companies. And you don't have to be that expert to be able to invest in the stock market. So the example that I like to give is when you drive a car. You drive a car. Some of you may drive a car every day. You drive a car. Do you know how that car works? Do you know the inner workings of the engine inside that car? Do you know everything that's happening, how the car is put together? I don't know about you, but I don't know any of that. I just drive my car. Any problems, I take it to the dealership, or I tell my husband about it, because I'm not a car person. So you don't have to be a car person to drive a car. Same thing is, you don't have to be an expert diving into the deep recesses of a balance sheet for a company in order to invest in that company. So that's what I want to share with you today. Other trends that you might want to look at that are good are what happened this week with AT&T. So if you hadn't heard, AT&T stock took a nosedive because they found out that there were lead cables that were used in the infrastructure that they built from a long time ago, and that there could be some liability, people trying to sue AT&T. AT&T price took a real beating. And as a result, Verizon stock also took a real beating. Verizon stock took a real beating because they're kind of thinking, oh, well, if AT&T had this problem, maybe Verizon is going to have the problem. So the stock went down. AT&T stock went down to levels that I don't think we've seen since the 1990s. AT&T stock has been very, very low. Maybe at least 5 years ago. I don't know. But AT&T stock has taken a real big beating. And the question you might want to say is, okay, there's an issue. There could be some litigation issue with the cables, but is AT&T still going to be providing service? I don't see AT&T going away. And so their stock took a beating. Right now might be a good time to scoop some up. Verizon also took a beating. Maybe now's a good time to scoop up some Verizon stock. Verizon, I guess, from a standpoint of looking at both companies, at least looking at the financial statements, Verizon has a little bit healthier profile than AT&T. But AT&T stock is, from a numerical perspective, it's at $13, and I think Verizon is at $32. I think it went up, from when the news happened. So looking at the news and looking at when things happen, that's looking at trends, right? Understanding that, even if they took a beating today, that beating is an opportunity for a potential buy, because you know that those companies are not going to go away. There could be some real risk, right, for AT&T, but those companies are not going to go away, and they're selling pretty dirt cheap right now. So other trends. You might look at, Barbie, the movie. Barbie movie's coming out. So there's a whole hoopla about Barbie. Barbie sales are likely to go up because Barbie's coming to the forefront with the movie, right? So that could be an opportunity for Mattel and Mattel stock. And looking at Mattel stock, MAT is the ticker. So what I'm telling you tonight is to kind of look at trends around you and be aware of what's happening, and doing your research and investigating and figuring out, hey, do you want to invest in this particular stock? Now, if you're feeling a little bit intimidated, I would say there are means to kind of investigate and see, how to invest on your own. But you can also use the help of somebody like me, where I am a wealth coach, and I do have what I am promoting right now is a special investing in the stock market 101 group coaching program. It's called Unleash the Inner Investor in You. What types of companies to look at? What do you look at when you look at a particular company? What should you be investing in, or what could you be investing in? As I mentioned, I'm not an investment advisor, so you got to make your own decisions when it comes to investing. But those are topics for the group discussion. So if you are interested in the group coaching program, we started the program actually on Tuesday, but I'm still taking enrollment because we're not going to get into the meat of the matter until the second week, which starts on Tuesday, the 25th. So if you are interested in joining us, because now's a great time to learn about the stock market and investing. If you want to join us, DM me. I also put the link for registration to reserve your spot for the program in the chat. So if you want to join us, please do, because like I said, it's a bull market now. You want to take advantage of the fact that the market's going up and put your money somewhere, invest in the stock market, because that's an avenue to build wealth. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a big proponent of investing in the stock market. You want to be able to invest in the stock market because putting it in a savings account is not really going to get you a lot of money, not to the extent of investing, which can get you maybe 5 times the amount, depending on what you're investing in. So I hope that this was helpful. We are going to do another summer investing series in a couple of weeks. As I mentioned, looking at emerging trends is definitely a source and a way to get investing particular options. So whatever you do, invest, whether it's stocks, mutual funds, robo advisors, whatever your methodology may be, investing in the stock market is going to build you wealth, and now's a good time to do so. So if you are interested in the Unleash Your Inner Investor group coaching program, I am taking registrations through next Monday, and we would love to have you. It's a group of us that are, investor newbies, people that have never invested, have invested, didn't really know what they were doing. So we're going to break it down, make it simple, so that now you can take advantage of the stock market. So I hope you enjoyed the live tonight. You know how to reach me, and we'll be here again week after next. Good night, everybody.